I'm gonna give us just another minute until it's 5 o'clock. I just had a major freak out moment. I went to go live and it said my connection wasn't strong enough, which had never happened before, and my heart started racing. So now I'm like, oh my gosh, my heart is pumping so crazy when I just had that freak out moment. All right, I see some people liking and sending the love button. Thanks, guys. I'm so excited to be here and share with you guys tonight. I'm gonna give it just another couple minutes, but hasn't this group been incredible? Like, I have been watching every single training, and this has really pumped me up as a coach, as a leader, because I want to make every training this incredible with this much enthusiasm. I want to go live on everything I do now, right? I know I've been pushing my team to go live on their Facebook walls and their challenge groups and their training groups. And so I'm just really excited to take everything that I'm learning and bring this back to our teams. So if you guys are coaches and you're signing up new coaches, I hope you're taking as many notes as you possibly can, saving these videos, studying them, because you're going to be able to just explode your business and help so many people because you get to learn from superstar diamonds. How incredible is that? Okay, so it's 5:01, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. And in honor of everything that Shay covered last night, I want to start by saying, you know, we were talking all this week about being vulnerable, right? Being vulnerable in your post, sharing your story, sharing things that are hard to share. So I want to start today, before I get into my tips and practices for you, by sharing with you guys all something that's very vulnerable for me to share with you, because I think that's really important. If we're asking you to be vulnerable, we need to be vulnerable with you, right? Going live today and sharing with you guys scared me, terrified me. It was so far out of my comfort zone. And the reason is that I have been a coach for 5 years, and I didn't have leaders that I worked with. It was just me leading my team and working with the leaders on my team. And so when Bonnie put this group out there, I was really nervous to join, but I thought I need to push my comfort zones. I ask my coaches to push their comfort zones. I need to push mine. So I joined that. And when it comes to inviting, I know a lot of you still haven't shared your example, your screenshots. You haven't gone out and invited because maybe you're still afraid. And I want to tell you, like, as a leader, I'm afraid too. There are things that push my comfort zones, but I know that I have to do that to lead by example. And I know that as I push my comfort zones, I'm going to grow more. And the only way we can build our confidence is through taking action. And the number one killer of confidence is comparing yourself to other people. And that's exactly what I was doing. I was afraid to join this group with all these incredible superstar diamond leaders, because I just hit superstar diamond. I'm not good enough. I'm not, all these negative thoughts and doubts start going through my head. How am I going to add value to all these people? They've added so much value to my business. I've followed them for years. How am I going to be able to give the same? That will kill your dreams. That will kill your confidence. And I know that. And so I thought, no, I have overcome so much to get here, and I have a story to share, and I can inspire and help others. So as leaders, we have those moments too, but the difference is every time you push through those moments of fear, of struggle, of lacking confidence, you feel amazing after. I know I'm going to get off of this and feel so pumped up that I'm just going to want to go live on every channel I can and help more people, because that's what it does. When we do things that we lack confidence in, when we do things that are scary, when we do things that we fear, we feel amazing afterwards. So when you're watching these videos, I don't want you to compare yourself to me or to Lindsay Matway or to Bonnie Ingle and think that you're not good enough, because you are. Your story is so powerful and will connect with people in different ways. I have coaches on this team that I went to school with, high school with, college with, and we have mutual friends that sign with them over me because they connect with them better. People want to connect with you. People want to engage with you. You have to be vulnerable. You have to share those things that are scary, like I just did. You have to share those things that are terrifying so that people can connect. You have to share those things that you've overcome, where you were 5 years ago to where you are now. You have to share that story and they will connect with you. And oftentimes they'll connect with you just like they would connect with a superstar diamond coach. But you have to believe in yourself that you have something incredible to offer, because you do. You all have a unique story. And as you overcome those difficulties, those struggles, you're going to become stronger. You're going to become more confident. And truly, everything that my coaches ever come to me and ask, I have an answer for, because I've gone through it before. A couple years back, actually, in 2012, I was on my 6-week qualification. For those of you that are new coaches, when you're ranking up to Star Diamond, you have a 6-week qualification. I was on the last day of my 6-week qualification, and I had a coach fall out of Diamond, and I lost 5-star. I lost the 5-star bonus, and I had just left my job. I was freaking out. It pushed me. It pushed my comfort zones. It took me a whole nother year to get back to 5-star Diamond. And then I was stuck. I was stuck at 5-star Diamond for almost 2 years. But the one thing I felt that separated me is that in that moment, I didn't compare myself to those coaches that were rank advancing faster than me. I didn't compare myself to those people that were building faster than me. I had to grow as a leader. I had to learn things. I had to figure it out. I had to dive in. I had to take action. And that's what we're asking you to do. And I want to share this with you because we do that as leaders too. And I was listening to this podcast this morning, this audio, and he said, I'm an athlete. So he said, as an athlete, a basketball player, 35 shots, he misses 35 shots. An exceptional player will take a 36 shot and a 37th, even if he keeps missing. However, someone who lacks confidence will take 2 or 3 shots, they miss them, fear, doubt creeps in, and they give up on themselves. So be that incredible athlete that continues to try, because I promise you, all of the leaders that have been training you have failed more times than most people ever even try. So keep trying. And the one thing that I always tell my coaches is that this is your Beachbody degree, right? I went to college for 4 years to get a job that was unfulfilling. This doesn't even require a degree. Put that same amount of effort that you would put into a 4-year college degree. I was 40 to 50 hours a week going to school, studying for classes, to go and take tests that really got me nowhere in life. I graduated to start at the bottom. In 4 years with Beachbody, I was earning 10 times what my job was paying me right out of college. So give this business, give it 4 years like you would a college degree, because what are you doing in a college degree? You're getting in debt. I'm not saying college degrees are bad. I have one. You're getting in debt to get a college degree. You show up day in and day out to learn, right? And the school that I went to was learn by doing, so we did try a lot of things. But then when we got out of college, we started at the bottom. Beachbody is freaking awesome. You have this incredible opportunity to help others, to change your life, and to do it all. And think if you were to put the same amount of energy and effort that you put into a 4-year college degree into your Beachbody business. I know that every single one of you would be successful if you gave it that much energy and effort. Okay, so those are the things I want to share with you, because I want you guys going into this training to have the right mindset. I want you to know that leaders struggle too. I want you guys to understand that fear will hold you back forever. Don't let fear win. Don't let fear win, because your goals, your vision, your passion are more worth your life. I mean, do you want to get to the end of your life and say, I didn't do what I wanted to do? I didn't live the life I wanted to live because I was so stuck in letting fear control me? Don't let fear win. Avoidance is just a short-term strategy to long-term misery. So you have to stop avoiding inviting, and you just have to start. The only way you're going to gain confidence in it is if you just start and do it and take action. And afterwards, I promise you will feel amazing. I have a brand new coach who is in this training. She pushed so hard to get to Success Club 2 to join this training. And she went emerald during this first week of this training, which is so awesome. And she has 3 more people about to sign up with her. She had never invited anyone before. And she messages me and she says, I've been inviting every day. And I said, and how do you feel? And she says, I feel amazing. Because when you do those actions that you're afraid of, and you do them with passion and fear and all of this excitement and enthusiasm, you will feel amazing after. And that's the one thing that separates successful coaches from those that aren't successful, is that we make a decision. We make a decision about our goals. We make a decision about what we're going to do every day. And then we act on that and we feel amazing after. Unsuccessful people, 95% of the population, will have an emotion. They will act on that emotion and then have the feeling after. When you don't want to work out, I have that all the time. People think I just get up wanting to work out every day. And I don't feel like doing it, but I do it anyways. And after, I'm like, thank goodness I did that. That made my day, right? You feel amazing because you pushed through even though it was a struggle. Okay, that's the same thing with inviting. You have to have that same attitude with inviting. You have to reverse that decision train. Don't act on your emotions. Act on the decision you made, and you will feel amazing after. Okay, so now to get into the nitty-gritty of the training. Of course, my computer just decided to have all my notes in front of me. Okay. So we're going to start. I have little notes here, so I will share this all with you guys after. And I have lots of things to share with you. So number one, the thing that I want to talk about is setting inviting goals. Setting goals of inviting and adding to your network. And I'm going to explain a little bit. So I am somebody that, like Lindsay talked about earlier, the coach karma, I was the introvert that didn't talk to anybody. I was the person that didn't have a network. So I had to build that, right? And my first month, I really treated this like college. It's like, okay, I want to earn Success Club 5, but I don't actually know. I didn't have a coach training me. My coach signed me up and disappeared. She wasn't really there to train me, so I didn't know what to do next. So I was like, I had to figure out how many people it takes me to earn Success Club 5. So I started inviting, and Beachbody at the time had a game plan. It was called the game plan, not our vital behaviors, the game plan. And they had said to invite 2 to 5 people a day. And I was like, well, these people haven't heard from me in a long time. I'm going to have to invite more than 2 to 5. So I decided right away, and I didn't even know this was a thing. There's a book now called the 10X Rule, but I was going to 10X everything they told me to do. So if they told me to invite 2 to 5, I was going to invite 20 to 30 every single day. And so I did that. My goal for my first week was I was going to invite 100 people. If you're scared, good. I was terrified. I will tell you, when I sent that first message on Facebook, my armpits were sweaty. I was typing and I was like, I don't know if I can send this. And I sent it and I ran away from the computer because I was afraid they were going to respond. And I didn't know what I was going to say next. I had no game plan whatsoever. And, honestly, I look back at those invites and I was salesy. I was awful. I was the person that you thought would have never succeeded in this business, because salespeople don't succeed in this business when they're salesy, right? Nobody wants to be sold to. Fitness, nutrition, changing your lifestyle, mindset changes, helping people overcome, that's a really sensitive subject. They want someone that cares about them. And I was this awful salesy person, but I still invited 100 people that first week, and I invited 100 people that second week, and I invited 100 people that third week. And my first month, I earned Success Club 5 and Emerald. And one of those points was a total pity point. I made a friend order Shakeology on Home Direct from me just to get Success Club 5. But I learned, I was like, okay, well, one, I didn't actually know how bad I was at inviting, but I couldn't say the wrong thing to the right people, right? They signed up. I sucked and they still signed up. Like, I read back through some of those messages and I was appalled that I said those things, because it wasn't me. It wasn't my intent, but I just didn't know how to communicate, which is so powerful that you have all these inviting examples earlier this week of how to invite, because I had no clue. But I did it anyways, fear and all. You guys have it. That's half the battle, right? So take action on it. So I found out in my first month that inviting about 300 people, and it was just my first month, and I find that in the business, it takes a 30 to 90 day delay. People that you're inviting and talking with now might say yes immediately, but most of them are going to take a 30 to 90 day delay to actually say yes. So I didn't know that at the time. I was pretty pumped. So I thought, okay, 300 people got me Success Club 5. I want to shoot for the next month to get Success Club 10. So I'm going to invite 100 people a week, 400 people in that month. I know this is scary, but this is what I did. I want to be real and raw with you guys so you guys can see what it took for me. In my second month in the business, I signed up 12 new coaches and earned over Success Club 30. I don't remember exactly what it was. I had 16 people say yes to me in month 2. So now you can see I have connected and invited 700 people. I 10x that 2 to 5 people a day, right? But I was getting better. My stuff was getting less salesy. I obviously had more people coming back to me from the previous month, and I had more people saying yes in the second month. But why? Because my confidence grew. I started to believe that I can do this. I've invited so many people. My voice wasn't high-pitched and squeaky if I was talking to someone about the opportunity. I wasn't sweating so bad every single message I sent. I wasn't terrified every day to do it. Because I remembered my vision every day. And I knew that this was my Beachbody degree. I knew, there was my husband, I knew if I studied and trained, I would figure it out. Believe in your ability to figure it out. You're not gonna have all the knowledge that Lindsay and Bonnie and Tara have. You're not gonna have that knowledge in your first month, in your second month, in your first year. Guys, that takes time. You have to take more action and experience more and go through more struggle to get to where we are, okay? Embrace the struggle, embrace the suck. It's gonna happen. You are going to struggle. But if you look at it now as every struggle, when I am struggling and I'm having a really tough month or my mindset isn't right, I think, okay, this is awesome. Because I am going to overcome this. I believe 100% in my ability to figure it out. I will overcome. I don't know if it'll be this month. I don't know if it'll be next month. I don't know if it'll take me a year, but I will get through this. And because I get through this, I will be able to help and inspire more people because I know what that struggle's like. When my coaches come to me or my challengers come to me and they're going through a struggle, I haven't met one that I haven't gone through yet. I have the answer. I have experience to share with them, okay? So that's the first thing that I want to share with you guys. Set inviting goals and figure out your ratios. I figured out really quickly that if I invited 400 people a month, that I would earn anywhere from Success Club 30 to Success Club 60 plus. So that's what it took for me. Some of you might be able to invite 2 to 5 people a day and hit Success Club 30 to 60. That didn't work for me. I tried it. I do have coaches that can do that, and that's pretty awesome. You have to figure out what your ratios are for you, and you have to know what your goals are. And if your goal is Success Club 5 or Success Club 10, let's say your goal is Success Club 10, and at the end of the month, you've invited 100 people total, and you've hit Success Club 5, well, then next month, you need to up your invites. You need to double those invites. You need to talk to more people so that you can hit that Success Club 10 mark, right? You need to invite more. Okay, so that's number 1. Tracking and figuring out your invites, your ratios, so that you know how many invites you need to get to reach your goals each month. I promise if you do this, you're gonna reach your income goals even faster. My degree was financial management, which is why I'm giving you guys the numbers, because I love the numbers. I love figuring it out. And you don't have to understand numbers to build this business. Most of my coaches don't, but I love being able to train you on it. Next, schedule time to invite. If you guys are just leaving your days up to chance, you're not gonna get it in. And I know that because I've seen so many coaches, they will do all the comfortable things first. They will talk with their challengers, they'll talk with their team, they'll post on Facebook, they'll do videos, they'll do their workout. Oh, I just was so busy today, I didn't get to inviting. Do it first. So when I start my day every morning, I get up at 4:30 a.m. I have a flexible schedule. You guys think I'm crazy. You don't have to get up at 4:30 a.m. The reason I do it is I want to get my workouts done first thing. I don't want my workouts being taken away from my family. I don't want to leave my workouts up to chance in the evening, because if I do that, who knows what's going to come at my day. People know that I don't have a job, so they like to recruit me for any activities they can. And of course, that's networking, so I want to take part. So I get up at 4:30 a.m. I get my workouts done first thing, I get my personal development done first thing, and I get my inviting done first thing. So take care of me. I take care of my mindset. and then I invite. I'm in an incredible mindset to give that positive enthusiasm, that positive energy to other people. I don't want to give them my negative energy. Nobody wants that. We all have enough doubts and fear and negativity in our own heads, right, to overcome. I don't want to give that to others. So, sorry, my phone is getting pop-ups. So I focus on those things first and then inviting. I want you guys to schedule out in your calendars every day when you will be getting your inviting done. The next thing I want to share with you about scheduling inviting is I did work a full-time job when I started this business. So I did my inviting. I started getting up earlier. At the time, I was getting up at 6 a.m. every day to get to work. I got up earlier. I got my workouts done first thing, and I invited for 30 minutes in the morning. Then on my break, my lunch break at work, I would go to my truck and I would sit there on my phone and I would get more inviting done. In the evening, I had an additional workout because I was training for an Ironman. So on top of my full-time job, I had over 20 hours a week of workouts and then building my Beachbody business. I fit it in. If I had to get home and invite at 10 o'clock at night, I would do it. But I made sure every day, every week to have scheduled out exactly when I was doing my workouts and exactly when I was inviting. So I want you guys to, this is your first action item, create your calendar in your calendar every day when you will be putting time aside for inviting. Don't leave it up to chance because this is important. Next, I want to give you guys ideas on how to grow your network. And the reason why is I was that coach that didn't have a network. That coach that said, I don't have a network. I wasn't on social media. I met, my coach, she was a, what's it called? A triathlete event or she owned a triathlon event company. So I needed to grow my network. I was busy with training, with my full-time job. So I had to learn everything from scratch. I had to learn Facebook. I had to learn, how to do anything really online, how to grow a network, how to post on social media. For the first year, my posts were awful. I really needed all of the trainings we just saw badly. So take them, use them, take action. Do it for me, do it for yourself, because I would have killed for this type of training, you guys. It's incredible. So to grow your network, the first thing I want to share, and I will post this afterwards, is to go in and download your Facebook list. If you're like me, you really didn't have one, but it's a really cool function now that you can download your Facebook list and you can work from that list. And Bonnie's scripts go through how to reach out to those people if you're inviting from a list, which is incredible. You have that tool. So I will post that after so you guys know how to download your Facebook list. So that's number one. Number two, on how to grow your network is Facebook groups. And maybe you guys know this, maybe you don't. I find that a lot of people don't. But the one thing with Facebook groups is you want to join a group of something that is very specific to you and not a large group. Find something that's smaller. So I'm an endurance athlete. I'm also a figure and bikini competitor. So I actually found a group that has a very small number of people, no Beachbody coaches, and is all about people who lift weights and compete in endurance sports. It's a very small community, very small niche. And so I go in there into that group 3 times a week. And sometimes I'll post things, not too often. Usually I just go in and comment, give feedback, give advice, congratulate them, give them recognition, whatever is posted. I comment, and then I will add that person to my friends list. And it's so easy to connect with them because we share a common interest. So then I send them a hey girl message. Hey, oh my gosh, I love to see other competitors who love to run. I love to see other competitors who are ultra marathoners. When's your next competition? When's your next race? And just connect with them. Okay, so ideas to grow your network, Facebook groups. Next up, hashtags on Instagram. If you are on Instagram, Instagram took me years to get on, actually. So I was on Facebook just trying to figure out Facebook and master Facebook. Once I mastered Facebook, I moved over to Instagram. Now with Instagram, the thing is I had no idea what I was doing. It took me a year to figure it out, truly, because I'm not smart, so be smart. Learn from everyone else that's here in the group. Learn from what other people are doing. I didn't take any trainings on it. I just figured I'd figure it out. I should have taken a training. So it took me about a year, but something that I realized was get really specific with your hashtags on Instagram. So what I mean by that is I would go to hashtags, and I'm going to share with you my hashtags. They're pretty funny. So as a competitor, we love donuts. donuts. We love to have those, I'm not saying go eat a donut, but we love our donuts. I ate 6 donuts. Don't do that. I ate 6 donuts after a competition once. And so I also know that I live in Tahoe and I used to live in San Luis Obispo, and people that I really connect with that have similar interests are people that live in Portland and Denver. It's a very similar community to Tahoe and San Luis Obispo. In Denver and Portland are something called Voodoo Donuts. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. If you haven't, go look at the hashtag. They're amazing. But I would go to the hashtag Voodoo Donuts, and I would go through and like and comment and follow people that their profile really stood out to me to build that relationship, to build that connection. So that's how I grew my network. But you have to get specific with these hashtags, because if you just go to a generic hashtag, you're gonna invite people that are like, I've had 8 other coaches invite me, I'm not interested. Which you can combat that objection, of course, I do. I'm like, well, that's because you're so awesome. But really think specific. So another one that, like, if I'm doing a competition, for example, I had a competition the beginning of this month, and the company that was putting on the competition was called Spectrum Fitness Productions. So I went to their hashtag and I started building relationships with the other competitors. If you're a runner and you're doing a marathon, find that marathon's hashtag and connect with those people. It's going to be very specific to you. So that's how I make sure to find people that are very specific to me and my interests and what I like doing, but aren't being bombarded with a bunch of invites and relationship building from other Beachbody coaches. Okay, the next thing to grow your network is Meetup.com. I shared this with a coach on my team, and she actually went out and took action on it, and not a lot of people do on this one, but I create a Meetup.com. She created a Meetup.com because she's a runner, and she wanted to run, and she's like, I want to run with other people, and the running groups that are on Meetup don't work with my time. I want to control the group. Like, you do want to control the group. So she created this Meetup. And Emily, if you're on, you rock for taking action. So she went to meetup.com, created this group for runners. And they run, I don't know if it's once or twice a week, at a time that works with her schedule. And they go out and have Taco Tuesday or Thirsty Thursday or whatnot after the run. She builds relationships with these people. Once a month, she invites them to a challenge group. Now, the cool thing with Meetup is that you can send out an email to all of the people who join your Meetup, even if they don't come. So maybe 15 people come to her Meetup, but over the months, Meetup is promoting her Meetup for her. And, she has a group now of 500 or 600 people. So when she sends that challenge group invite out by email to those 500 or 600 people, it's through her Meetup account. More people open it, and she usually has 1 to 2 people who sign up with her through her Meetup account. And she hasn't even been a coach that long. So meetup.com is a great way if you have an interest. Maybe you're a mom and you want to do like play dates, or maybe you're a mom and you want to do like days in the park, or you're a runner and you want to create a running group, or maybe you like to hike or just walk. Find something that you enjoy doing that gets you out of the house and connects with other people. We can definitely build this entire business online, but that's also a way to get out and meet people and build online, because they're building that online network for you in your Meetup group. Brilliant. Okay, the next one, and my very last one, because I know I could be wordy, is how to use events to invite and build rapport. We've heard tons of inviting scripts, and you still want to use those inviting examples and scripts and ideas for your business. Now, one thing that I did as a brand new coach was, like I told you guys, I was really terrified of inviting. So I would create an event on Facebook with a challenge group post. And I am going to share with you guys an exact event that I have right now that I set up just today for you guys with all the event posts in it, so you can even use those posts as examples. You'll have the full example. But I would create an event and I would invite all of my Facebook friends, or as many as Facebook would let me invite, and I would use that as my list for inviting for the month. So those people that invited that I invited to the event and actually saw the event, because not everybody's going to see it, who said yes and maybe, I would then start the next step of my invite and building that relationship with them. I will post inviting examples the entire script of examples of how to respond to people who say yes or maybe to your event. There are going to be other people who don't even respond. Maybe they didn't see the event. And those are the people that I use on my list to continue inviting. So I then reach out using any of the previous examples or the ones that I'm going to share with you and invite them. Just because I invited them to an event doesn't mean they see it. Personal messages still trump everything. Personal messages still trump everything. But the event was a great way for me to see, you know, who was interested right away. And I knew that they were my like warm prospects, right? They were the people that were really interested, that it sparked, they were looking for this, so I could start that relationship with them. Now, the thing with events is you want to post in the event daily. And like I said, I have examples for you guys, so you guys will be able to see it all. But you want to post in the event daily because every time you post in that event, it pops up a notification in their feed. That's really cool because when you post your story, you're being vulnerable on Facebook, not everybody is going to see your post. Sure, some people are and aren't going to comment or like and say anything and they're going to follow your story, but there are also going to be those people that just don't see your post because Facebook doesn't show them. And maybe it is something that they're looking for, right? Well, when you invite them to an event, every time you post in that event, it actually puts a notification in their pop-ups. So awesome, because they're actually going to be notified that you posted something. So you can share the exact same things that you would share on your Facebook wall. You can share your transformation story, where you were 3 months ago and where you are now and how you've overcome and why you're so excited and passionate about paying that forward. You can share other coaches' transformation stories. You can share, hey guys, I had 2 spots left. You know, so you can share all this stuff. The other thing that I will tell you about events that isn't in the example that I posted that you must do is go live in your event. Go live and do, you know, if you're promoting 21-day fix, go live and do 3 to 5 minutes. Just a little part of your 21-day fix workout. People will contact you. People love live. Why do you think we're going live? Because it adds more engagement. You can engage with us. When you're just posting a recorded video of yourself, they're not going to engage as much. Go in the group, go live and tell your story. Be vulnerable. People want to know that you're a real person and that you're truly in it to coach and help them. They don't want to be sold to. Remember I said I was that icky salesperson my first month as a coach. They don't want to be sold to. They want to see your vulnerability. Vulnerability connects with people. And you all have a story. We all have struggles. Our struggles, our adversity is what makes us unique. It's what helps us connect with people. It's what helps us help other people because we've overcome those struggles. We've overcome those adversity. Share that in the event. Okay. I think I covered everything. Post regularly, share vulnerably. Yeah, so that is all I had today. I could go on and on forever because I have so many things that I've learned in 5 years, as I'm sure all of these other superstar diamond coaches feel. Like there's so much knowledge and experience that goes into 5 years. And we could sit here and train you on it day after day for month after month, year after year, but truly you have to take action. Where you go in this business is up to you. And that is powerful, guys. You have control. Like okay, we're back. It was trying to reconnect. I worked for a boss who took me from salary and commission to an hourly wage, who cut my benefits. After 5 years, when I was brand new in the financial industry, he said, where do you want to be in 5 years? And I said, I want to be earning 6 figures. I want time freedom. I want to love what I do. I'm a hard worker, but I want to work when I want to work and I want to design my life. And he's like, oh my gosh, she's a rock star. I want her. You know, he hired me. And I wasn't. In 5 years, I wasn't even halfway to where I wanted to be. And he had no care for helping me advance. Because if I advanced, that meant he might lose money. If I advanced, that meant I might go off and start my own company. He didn't want that. He didn't want to help me advance. He didn't want me to get better than him. Our goal is superstar diamond leaders. We want you to grow more than us. We want you to surpass what we've done. We want you to take this business and run. And you can. You have complete control and action. So you don't have to have a boss like I had. Thank you guys all for being here tonight. So I have 2 action items for you. Sorry, I almost forgot them. Number 1 is I want you to figure out what your inviting ratios are. So that's a big goal, right? You guys need to come back and comment below with what your inviting ratios are. How many people do you have to find to hit Success Club? Or how many people do you have to invite to hit Success Club? That's your number one action item. You have to invite. You have to go take action today. And I want to see those answers. Number 2, I want you to create an event. I want you to invite those people to the event who said no in the past. I want you to invite those people in the event who said maybe. I want you to invite those people who said yes and didn't follow through. I want you to invite people maybe you've never invited before. And then I want you to start conversations with the people who say yes and maybe. And like I said, I'm going to post the event afterwards, so you will have an exact event, the entire thing to copy. And props to my coach, Genevieve, because I trained her on this. She took this event and took it to a whole nother level. She runs events way better than I do. So the event that you will be seeing is mostly stuff from her, because her event is way better than mine, and I'm now copying her. So I hope you all take this. Comment below with your action items. We still have, let me do math, 16 days. We still have 16 days left of this training. Take advantage of it. For those of you that are already falling off, don't. Plug back in. Make it a priority. Get up 15 minutes earlier. Get up 30 minutes earlier and do the training. For those of you that are plugging in every day, you guys are rock stars. Keep it up, because in 24 days, you are going to be blown away by the content that is coming. I am so excited that you guys were all here to listen to me live. I appreciate it. It gives me chills. Like I said, I was the one comparing myself to join this group, but I knew it would push my comfort zones. I knew that I would feel amazing after, and I do. And I am so pumped for the next 16 days. Don't forget that you have your Miracle Morning book that you should be reading. Also check in below and let us know, what are your takeaways from that book? What have you implemented? Because implementation, taking action, is the one thing that is going to separate you from those unsuccessful people. Have a great night, everyone.